Hey, we're Zack and Callie. Welcome to Scenic Sights and Bites. We hope you enjoy the episode. Be sure to click on that subscribe button. 2 a.m. and wow, what a night. We've got to make it to Calgary now to get to our flight. So here we go. All right. There's Callie getting all ready. We are ready to rock. Okay, so Callie's got a hankering for McDonald's.
I need a tea to stay awake.
Yeah, well, I don't know why. We got 40 minutes sleep. Was it 40 or 45 minutes sleep?
I don't know. I don't think it makes much of a difference.
Yeah, it might have been 40. You might have got 45 minutes, and I got 40 minutes. Does that sound right?
I don't know.
All right, so we're on the other side of security at the Calgary International Airport. It's about 5:30, and we don't actually have to be at our gate until 7. So, I don't know, just kill some time, chill out, relax.
Beautiful water of Cancun, Mexico. And there's the beach, the coastline we love to lie on.
Welcome to Cancun, and the local time is 3:30. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. We'd like to remind you to take your personal belongings with you before deplaning and refrain from smoking until you're in a designated smoking area. And on behalf of the captain and your crew, thank you for choosing Sunway. We hope you enjoy your vacation.
That's gonna be a party. Girls doing about your
Hey, Zack and Callie here. So we are checking out the Sears in Mexico downtown. So anybody from Canada would know that Sears in Canada is now gone. So we're gonna check it out and see what it's like in Mexico. Okay, I don't think this is the main entrance, but we're at the Las Americas Mall. We came in the Sears earlier, and now I'm just out here checking this out. So this is one of the other entrances, and it goes quite a ways down. So I imagine there's probably a nicer main entrance somewhere. But that's where we are. Say hi, Callie. Inside the mall here, they've got a big supermarket, Cheddar Alley, I think is how they pronounce it. I could be off on that, so forgive me. And it's kind of like a Walmart type of deal. They've got everything in there, so let's go see what we can find. One of the neat things they have here is a wine dispenser that you can have with your food. So we ordered a pizza, and now I'm going to have a glass of wine. So we're just going to go check this out. Got to get a prepaid card. Once you've got that card, you just put it in the machine and The smallest card they have is 100 pesos, of course, so let's see how this works. Apparently it doesn't like me. Okay, there we go. Now grab a glass. Select. Some of these are pretty expensive, some of them aren't so bad. Let's try this one here. Okay, easy as that, minus the spilling. Okay, everybody, so check this out. We're here in the grocery store, and you go right from deli foods to booze. And not just a little bit of booze. There is alcohol everywhere you look. Check this out. Isn't that crazy? Look at these chips. You got regular, you got your jalapenos, you got your chilies, you got something that looks like, is that Flamin' Hot, Rosita. This is the entrance to the express lane at the supermarket. So if you want to go through the express lane, you get to pass right past a whole slew of alcoholic beverages. So this is how our shopping trip went. Bottle of pop that we drank with lunch here in the grocery store or supermarket. Got some coffee, some more coffee, t-shirts, some almond milk drink, some pop for later, some alcoholic coolers, some tequila, bananas, lemonade, a couple of different kinds of chips, and some other snacks. So, bananas. We'll see how that goes. I wonder what's playing in theaters today.
This ice cream tastes like a mix between frosting and ice cream mixed together. What's up?
No, you try it. Okay, give me a bite.
It's a little sweet. I don't think I can finish this all. It was only 60,
I don't like it.
it was only 60 pesos, but yeah, I thought it was going to be more like gelato, but it's on the sweet side.
Weird. Yeah, it's something different. This is our table. They brought out this here with the different condiments. These are Callie's Dos Pastor Conquesta, or Pastor Conquesta corn tortilla tacos.
And the pineapple and the cilantro.
Because you got to have the pineapple, onions, and cilantro with your pastor. Apparently, that's very good. And then this is my first one. I've got more coming out. This is a view from our 6th floor of the Smart Cancun Bio-Oasis Hotel, downtown Cancun. Now, some people are thinking that downtown Cancun is a very scary place. I'm here to tell you that the only scary thing you have to worry about is the traffic. Because the traffic can be nuts down here. And so, as long as your eyes are open, you're paying attention, and maybe not drinking too much, it's not as scary as you think. Stay away from the drugs, stay away from things that are going to get you in trouble, and just enjoy yourself, walking groups of more than one, and just be aware of your surroundings, like any place in North America. And you're going to have a good time here, even downtown. Now, mind you, at nighttime, we have walked around down here in the night, and it hasn't been really too bad at all. You know, you'll find some more people asking for money and whatnot, and if you just walk by them, you're not going to be bothered. All in all, downtown should not be feared. So let's have a better look. From our hotel, we made a couple of trips to the OXXO, which is kind of like a 7-Eleven. And from our hotel, we had to cross 4 lanes of traffic. You've got the 2 main lanes and the main road, and then you've got side roads on each side of that. And those side roads can actually be busier than the main road at times. So when you're crossing, you've got to cross the 4 lanes, and you've got to really pay attention, because if you're not paying attention, that could be the end of a happy vacation. So keep your eyes open, watch for those openings, be ready to cross. There are marked crosswalk areas. Not that they matter, they don't stop for a crosswalk, but we always went to the marked crosswalk areas. Yeah. So if you like OXXO, if you like fast food, nachos and cheese, burritos, hot dogs, bags of chips, frozen slushies, those kind of things, then the OXXO is the place to go. That's also a good place to go to get your phone cards, SIM cards, if you're going to be getting a Mexican number on your phone. And we can talk about that a little bit later, how to do that, the process of that. Yeah, check it out. Don't be afraid of downtown. Some chips with salsa, some red hot sauce, some really red green sauce, some limes, and some guacamole. And normally I don't like guacamole, but I might just try it and see. So we're here at the Smart Cancun by Oasis, and the sister hotel right beside it is the Urban Oasis O. And we're renting a smart car for the day. Here at a day pass at the Grand Oasis Palm, and we just loaded up our plates for breakfast in the buffet. Hola! And so this is what I've got on my plate here. I have a couple of quesadillas that were made to order. I grabbed some breakfast sausage, some hash browns, some rice, and oh my goodness, I forgot what it's called. Chicachila or something like that, I think. So, and then coffee and water to drink. Callie's been working away at her breakfast here. She had a couple of fresh eggs and some pancakes, corn, pastry, and a bun. And the eggs were, how were the eggs?
The eggs were fine. I ordered over medium, but I got sunny side up.
And the pancakes are a little on the firm or crunchy side, so I don't know. Firm, crunchy pancakes, that's a little different, but it's a buffet, you know, it's a buffet. Birds taking it. Oh, look at all those crazy birds. If you don't put your food away, they're birds will take it away. No, just black fences. That is the kind of wine rack that I have dreams about. I would love to have that. And you know where that would be good in my house? Right in the living room. Yeah, right there. Well, no, that would block the TV. But maybe if I had a big enough kitchen, having that right in the middle of the kitchen would be fantastic. So this is the kiddie zone that they have at the Grand Oasis Palm, which is pretty fun. We've brought our kids here before when we stayed here. Our oldest was too old to be in the kiddie zone, but our youngest at the time liked it. The main large pool here. Going onto that bridge, if I remember right, it's a little sketchy. It's a good way to smash your head, but if you swim, you can do it quite easily. It's a decent sized pool. Most people opt for the beach. There's a lot of free beach chairs here around the pool. I'm hoping that we'll find a couple of beach chairs on the beach that we can use as well. We got a wet bar, swim up bar right in the pool itself, which is pretty cool if you want to stay in there and have a few drinks. And then they've got a snack bar just right off the beach over there. And if I remember from last time, they had hamburgers and hot dogs, fries, that kind of stuff. And of course, they had alcoholic beverages there, pina coladas, rum and coke, cervezas, whatever you want. The water over here is pretty calm, very clear, and the sand is very, very soft. It's like flour or talcum powder or something. It's just a very, very soft sand. This used to be the Oasis Palm, like it says on the building, but now they call it the Grand Oasis Palm. A couple of years ago, that building there that says Sens, the Oasis Sens, that used to be the Grand Oasis Palm. So they've taken the name from that building and put it on this building. So if you have been to the Grand Oasis Palm before and you book now, you're going to end up at what used to be the Oasis Palm, so don't be surprised. They like to change the names around just to confuse you or whatever. So if you wanted to stay at what used to be the Grand Oasis Palm, you now have to book at the Oasis Sens. And I think that's more of an adults only. I could be wrong, but I heard something about it being adults over there, whereas the Grand Oasis Palm, of course, is for families. And you know, you've seen some of the kids stuff out there by the pool. They also have a climbing structure out here in the ocean as well, which is kind of cool because they didn't have that out here the last time I was here. They do have the water hammocks, which are pretty cool. That's a neat little feature. You can sit there and soak your butt in the water and wait for a crab to come and grab you. I don't like crabs in the water, by the way, just in case you didn't know that. So, the water's not super clear at the moment. It is still somewhat clear, but with a kind of a yellowy tinge to it. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Last time I was here, it was a little bit more clear. But the sand feels great. You do not need to wear water shoes out here. You can simply walk out in your bare feet and just enjoy the feeling of the nice soft sand between your toes. One of the other nice things they have here, which you'll find at a lot of resorts, is free water sports, non-motorized water sports. And so you can see there's a bunch of people with the kayaks out in the water right now. This water is nice and warm. It's warmer than the swimming pools that I've been at in some of the places here. in Cancun. So this water is absolutely beautiful. It's so nice to be in. I could spend half the day in this water. Looks like you can rent the Sea-Doos or wave runners right at the beach here at the Grand Oasis Palm. So if you want to go for a rip around, I don't know how much they are, I haven't asked them, but you can see they've got the pirate ships docked just off the side of the Grand Oasis Palm. If you want to go for a cool night out and experience a nice evening dinner and pirate ship show, we actually did this a couple of years back as well. And actually, I think when we went, it was probably 4 years ago. And boy, oh boy, what a show that was. It was so good. The two ships were out there in the middle of the night. You got to enjoy a nice dinner out on the water. And the two ships started fighting each other, cannon fire, guys swinging from ropes and jumping all over the place, sword fighting. And then one of them eventually won. And you ended off with a great big party and loud music. Everybody was up on their feet just dancing around. It was really a fantastic time. Pretty loud though. And it was hot. The sun was beating down, at least when we were there. So take precautions, wear what you gotta wear. But yeah, it's fun for the whole family, I would say. Although it was mostly adults when we were on it. And the food wasn't half bad. See, here is quite a few beach vendors out selling stuff. So there's one there for sure that you can see in this shot at the moment. But we've been approached since we've been on the beach. We're sitting near the back of the beach, closer to the hotel. We've been approached about 10 times already in the last hour. So selling everything from jewelry to braids to food, sunglasses, you name it. And once upon a time, they wouldn't approach you, at least in these resorts. They would stay closer to the water edge, and then if you called them over, they would come over. And I think there's a guy walking over there. Where is he? Selling coconuts of some sort. See, he's kind of got it on his head there under the umbrella. So, yeah, so it can be kind of annoying. So just learn to say no thank you and kind of ignore them, which may seem rude, but man, they'll bug you nonstop if you don't. You learn something new every day. Here I am, pushing 50, and I just learned, I'm not 50 yet, I'm a couple of years away.
You're not 49 yet.
I'm pushing 50, I'm 48, I'm pushing 50. Anyways, so, you know, I never knew what a shrimp cocktail was. And the people sitting beside us, who I'm not going to film because I don't want to invade their privacy, she had this big glass, like my pina colada glass, and it had this red drink in it. Orangey red. And it had a whole bunch of stuff in it. And I'm looking at it and it looked like it was in the shape of shrimp. And I said to Callie, I said, look at that drink, it's got all this shrimp in it. I said, is that a shrimp cocktail? And she looked at me like I was something special and pretty much told me that, yeah, that's a shrimp cocktail. So here I am pushing 50 and I just finally learned what a shrimp cocktail was. So what have you learned here? What have you lived your whole life or a good chunk of your life living and never knew what something was until you were older? What has surprised you? Comment below, let me know. So I don't know what the sign says, but I think Callie found what basically is kind of like the equivalent of a dollar store, because you can see up above, these things are all, everything on this wall is 15 pesos, and everything on that wall over there is 10 pesos. And then I'm sure there's some exceptions, because I don't think the t-shirt would be 10 or 15 pesos, but for the most part, everything seems to be priced pretty cheap here. The Chedraui supermarket. Okay, so we're checking out one of the Chedraui large stores. This one's not in the mall. This is a bigger store, I think. It's freestanding. We'll go check it out and see how it's different. Okay, so at the last Chedraui we were at, we had to put our both our backpacks, Callie's purse backpack and the big backpack that I carry we had to check it basically. We had to give it there for us to leave and pick it up afterwards. Here I talked to security and they just had a quick look and asked what was in it, and then they let me pass into it. So I guess each place is a little bit different. If you're not sure, just ask the security guard and they will tell you if you have to check it at the front. So the El Baño is on the second floor here at the Chedraui, and the escalators are a little bit different. They don't have the stairs. It's just a walking ramp. You can bring your shopping cart up here quite easily, I think. This is something I've never seen before. We're at the Chedraui supermarket, and we're walking along near the toy aisle, the fitness gear, and the automotive and hardware area, and they've got motor scooters for sale. So that's something that I would not have expected to see here. Little motorbikes, motor scooters, and right alongside the bicycles. Okay, so we saw this right outside of the Chedraui supermarket. There's this guy selling corn in a cup, and it looks like he puts spices and cheese and butter on. So I'm gonna check it out and see if it's any good. That's corn, right? Yeah. This is butter? Yeah. Butter? Yeah. Lots of butter, eh?
It's spicy?
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Is that cheese?
Yeah, and the cheese. Yeah.
Not bad. Okay, so we arrived at the airport by our Sunwing shuttle. Going through the Cancun airport is certainly a lot different than going through the airports that I'm used to in Canada. Here you can go through security in a matter of 2-3 minutes. Even going through getting your bags checked and whatnot, that was a pretty easy process. But security, it's like drop the stuff on the conveyor. You don't even take your laptops out of the bags or nothing. Just throw it all in the bins, collect it at the other end. It comes out just as fast as it goes in. So quite frankly, I'm surprised they can even scan the stuff that fast. There was only 1 or 2 times I actually saw them slow the conveyor down, and it was very, very brief. So they are looking for something, but they're much, much faster than what I'm used to. And then once you come out of security, you're bombarded with a bunch of shops and restaurants, Johnny Rockets, Domino's Pizza. Upstairs for the international flights, you'll find a bunch more stores. Of course, the duty-free shops, which if you didn't get a good enough deal in Cancun, you could come to the duty-free shop and pay twice as much for it here. And then, yeah, TGI Fridays was up here. I'm not sure if I said that or not. And then now we're just heading over to where the gates are. getting ready to land in Calgary.
Oh, cold as it may be. It's dark out.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Calgary. Local time is approximately 11:40. On behalf of all of us here at Sunwing, especially if you'd like to thank you to the fly with us, and we look forward to seeing you again on your next vacation.
Yay, we're home. Yay, no, it's not. It's cold. Not warm.